The rumored changes to the Corsair are true. The pilot is losing control over two of the size 5s and people are pissed. Let's go. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. Today's drama is brought to you by the Corsair, a $250 ship that is supposed to be an exploration and expedition with a max crew of 4. Hey, this is let's just give a quick shout out to CIG for the brand new ship sales page, which allows us to be more efficient with the way we spend our money. It does look slick, much better. It took them a while to get this done, but I do like it a lot. Well done, guys. All right, so the issue is this. This Corsair comes out. It is meant for exploration, but it turns out to be the biggest DPS dealer in the game for single pilots. Is it the biggest? I think it's one of the biggest. That is not a combat ship, right? And CIG is basically looking at the stats. And when I say CIG, I mean Bayer of Red. Now, trust Bayer of Red on this. And I know this sucks, because if you bought this ship because it's a big DPS dealer and now they've nerfed it, you are angry. But if you are a long-time backer of this game and this has surprised you, then, no, it's on you, right? But Bayer of Red, he's a smart guy. And when he sees the meta leaning too far towards one thing, as they do in every single, I can't think of a single game I play where a meta develops, where it's OP, and the game devs go, well, I mean, that's the way it is, we'll just leave it as it is. No one does that. Every single game dev I know has always gone to balance things a year, 2, 3, 4 years in. What's unusual about this is the ship's been around for 2 years at this point. And to make the change now, I have a suspicion why. But first, let's take a quick look at what our good friend Camarel has to say. He does great videos about DPS and balancing this game. Camarel, take it away.
Hello everyone, we are on 3.24.1 live. Corsair Pilot has control over 4 size 5 plus 2 size 4 guns.
So if you are new, this ship is awesome, right? These are massive size 5 guns, very big guns for this kind of ship. In the front, pilot controlled, and additional size 4s on the wings. It just kills everything, which is the problem. Because if way too many people are using the meta ship, then CIG notices that way too many people are using the meta ship, and they want to balance things. But I suspect I know the reason why. Let's just watch a bit more first.
Which is quite a lot of firepower. Well, this will change in 3.24.2. Corsair Pilot will lose control of 2 size 5 guns. Those will be controlled by the co-pilot. Some people might say Corsair Pilot has way too much firepower, and I agree.
Okay, so how much firepower do you give the pilot and how much can you spread out? I mean, this is the thing they balance a lot. They don't want to give the pilot too much firepower. It's unfair. But what's strange here is the co-pilot is doing other things on this kind of ship, right? They'll handle the radar. They'll handle engineering. There's a ton of other things they should be doing. And on top of that, they also get control over 2 more guns now. It's kind of weird. What I suspect they will do with this, if they don't downsize the size of these, let's be extreme. Let's say they downsize to size 3s. Do you guys think they can do that? I think they'll just remove the top 2. I think they'll pull off these top 2 and just leave these bottom 2 there for the pilot. But there's more. But let's first get through the video.
But those are things you should think about when you design a ship that is in the game for almost 2 years by now, and now she's getting nerfed.
Right, so that's the argument, really. I mean, the ship's been around for 2 years. If they were going to nerf it, why don't they do it like they did for the Ares, where they nerfed it shortly after it came out? Why wait 2 years? And I suspect, let's see if I'm right on this, I suspect that CitizenCon has a new concept or something coming out, and they needed to downgrade the Corsair because it was too strong, because a new ship is coming out. Now, if you've been here for a while, you're an old backer, you know how this works. Every new concept, every new ship is better than something that came out before it. Now, don't be angry about that, because why would anyone buy a new ship if there was an old one which was better? There's no reason to. I guarantee, I'm 95% certain that there's some new concept or there's a new ship coming out at CitizenCon, and they needed to nerf the Corsair because its DPS was way too high. Let's see if I'm right about this, because I suspect where that's going. Now, if you are an older backer and you are angry about this, then where have you been in the past couple of years? Because we know this is how it works. We know that they will release a ship, it's going to be better than everything before that, and then later they'll bring it back in line. That's how it always is, and that's how it's going to be. So if you are one of the people that spent $250 on this ship because it's a big DPS dealer and now they're nerfing it, look, that is unfortunate. But be aware, this game is very much in alpha and very much in flux, and the balancing is not going to stop. They will keep on balancing and rebalancing this game way past official launch. It's going to keep on going. So nothing you buy, doesn't matter what it is always at risk of being nerfed or buffed in one way or another as they balance the game further. It's to be expected. Let's continue. It is beautiful. Now, it took me a while to get used to the asymmetry. I wasn't a fan at first. I wanted a symmetrical ship with wings on both sides, or at least make it like an X-wing on both sides. It took me a long time to get used to the asymmetry of this ship.
And here we have threads about this. Link to all those threads is in my first pinned comment below.
Ignoring any balance metric, it's a moronic change simply because the Corsair only had one bloody co-pilot seat, says Dayreach, and that seat was already expected to be quite busy managing power, shields, and a remote turret. Yes. So regardless, if the co-pilot uses the front guns or the turret, either way, the Corsair is losing firepower now some way. Either add a new crew station. I don't see how they could do yeah, there might be space for one. For remote turret, or nerf the pilot's firepower somewhere else. Yeah, I agree. And I think the nerf will be basically removing 2 of the size 5s.
And we have this thread on our Star Citizen. It's confirmed Corsair lost 2 Star Citizen. Corsair pilot can now only fire 2 of its main guns. Well, he's losing
Another
control.
post here, as the title says, the Corsair pilot lost 2 of the main guns. The co-pilot has something to do. This was confirmed as intended because initially I thought this was a bug, right? I encourage everyone to voice their opinion on Spectrum. Really? Really? As if they weren't doing it. I haven't checked Spectrum yet. I can imagine it's quite entertaining what's happening there too, as is expected. While the Corsair has an overwhelming amount of firepower and might need a nerf, splitting its main armament in 2 is rather dumb. Yeah, I agree, but again, I suspect what they'll end up doing is simply removing those guns and just leaving the bottom ones. Watch, we'll see. So let's leave it there, and let's see if my theory holds true. I think what they're going to do is introduce some new ship at CitizenCon that is going to be a big DPS dealer that's going to come in above where the Corsair is right now, which is the reason why they nerfed it. But even so, I think that Corsair would be nerfed eventually anyway because it's meant for exploration, and an exploration ship was not meant to be one of the hardest hitting solo pilot ships in the game. So that balance, one way or another, need to take place. And if you are new, let me warn you again. Whatever comes out, whatever new shiny ship comes out and is the best in class, there is a strong possibility that 3 months, 6 months, or even 2 years later, a nerf takes place as they bring it down in line with everything else. That's just how things work. With that, let's wrap up. Give me your thoughts below. If you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Big thank you to all my Patreon backers and everyone supporting this channel. I love you guys. Catch you later.